fun. So let's have some fun. Open Sesame, Archibald chose, man. Like, subscribe, enjoy the reaction. If not, friend, you are trash. Let's get to them in top 10 most anticipated anime of spring 2024.
So far, things are shaping up to be just as good as I
Most
expected.
honest.
We've got some surprises here and there, and we have a lot of anticipated
And
titles
most
getting
funny
the amount
anime
of hype that I've
reactor,
anticipated
man.
for them. But it's never too early to start looking forward to the spring season, right? As the title suggests, today's list will be on what I think are...
I feel like winter has been kind of weak. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like winter could be better. Solo Leveling obviously is pretty solid, but I think for what it's been through the first 6 episodes, even though I think the episode 6 was very good, it really hasn't been anything crazy, anything spectacular. It hasn't done anything sensational on the likes of a Chainsaw Man and a JJK and even Vinland Saga when it first dropped, season 1, and Demon Slayer or Promised Neverland. Like, nothing insane in the first 6 episodes.
10 of the most anticipated anime coming up our way this spring. Hold on tight, because we've got some big hits coming up. At number 10, we open with The Fable. Now, that's a title that doesn't exactly match expectations at first glance, to be honest. After all, Fable here refers to our protagonist, a hitman so good at his job that his boss offers him a suggestion. Take a break from the killing and return to a life as an ordinary citizen. Accompanying him is a woman who'll act as his driver and pretend sibling, and consequences await them should there be a single kill during this vacation from the underworld. The Fable's premise isn't exactly new. In fact, I can see some parallels to something like Way of the House Husband, where the dark and dangerous intersect with the
Way of the House. This is interesting because there hasn't been a lot of Phantom of the Requiem. If anybody remembers that one, I don't know what's going on with that. That was weird. Phantom of the Requiem. If anyone remembers that anime, I loved it a lot. Oh my gosh, there's some other hit one. I remember Gungrave. I think the mafia gangster type of anime really could get a huge resurgence, in my opinion. It seems like an interesting. Kind of reminds me of GTO visually.
The mundane, causing comedy to ensue. The main duo and the way they deal with their newfound life ought to bring in more than a few laughs. All the while, there's a healthy amount of intense and dramatic moments to keep the stakes high for what it's worth. It's a pretty good watch for those looking for a relaxing time.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I feel like the animation could be different, but, you know, hey. Oh yeah, we've seen this. This looks good. This actually does look good.
Delinquent stories have had a bit of a resurgence as of late, and they've got different ways of depicting their titular characters. It's not too rare that we see them depict the normally notorious delinquents as people who can be jerks, but have a pure heart underneath all that tough exterior. In Windbreaker, though, we have a protagonist who goes against the grain in that sense. Justice, honor, protecting the town. Well, none of that matters to Haruka, who only has one goal in mind: to become the strongest and fight his way to the top. If there's one thing that Windbreaker does really well as a manga, it's in how it presents its fights. They're cool in manga format, and they get a boost from some of the character backstories that surprisingly go really hard in the dramatic sense. Characters and the action do most of the heavy lifting for this series, and it really is something that fits in well with the crop of stylish shonen stories that are becoming popular these days. This will be a...
I really think what's going on, Viking? We honestly just chilling. We're about to do some anime tiers after this, and then we'll kind of get into it. But top 10 most anticipated anime of 2024. If you're in anime, welcome to stay. If not, smooth. With this anime title, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Windbreaker is really taking advantage of Tokyo Revengers. That kind of really brought back the delinquent anime. Even though I think it had a huge fall off, but it was season 1 was a very huge success. Especially crossing over to the West and them giving a live action movie that quickly. And I think they're learning from Tokyo Revengers as well. Like, a lot of people, we just wanted to see just good fight scenes and a cool main character, right? Like, all that crying, trying to make stuff overly complicated was like, it wasn't done well and caused the falls of Tokyo Revengers. So Windbreaker is kind of like, well, how about this? We make a strong character that we're not going to get into all that justice stuff. He just wants to fight people. We're going to have cool characters, and that's all people want to see. Delinquent style. And obviously a reminiscence of Baki back in the day. And I think they're going to, I think this could be a hit. Spring 24 should be Isekai season. What's going on, Rebecca? So yeah, how do y'all see this? Does it look good to y'all? Would y'all check it
Glory to
out?
see in animated format. Next in line is the third season of Reincarnated as a Slime.
Mm. Mushoku Tensei, Konosuba, and Slime in the same season. We will be starting to stream games and gaming tournaments very soon, in a couple months, and I will be playing games eventually.
It's been a while, hasn't it? The last time we had a Reincarnated as a Slime season was 2021. Absence does make the heart grow fonder, as they say, and I'm really glad that we're finally seeing Rimuru and the gang again. Being the third season of an ongoing franchise, there's not much I can tell that's not going to be too spoilerish as we go deeper into Rimuru's journey from lowly slime to a powerful demon lord. Slime has always been pretty good at covering the source material volumes though, so I'm expecting a well-paced adaptation for this third season as usual. I think I can let loose a tidbit to hype you and tell you to look forward to Rimuru versus Hinata. Otherwise, expect the usual from a Slime season. We're talking cool visuals, some nice fights here and there, and the usual political and nation-building goodness people have come to love the series for.
I'm actually not very good at Valorant or Apex, so. But we're probably gonna get some Tekken, Mortal Kombat, and Call of Duty tournaments. Slime, I'm looking forward to. I didn't think the movie was really that good. But you know, it's a movie, so it's whatever. I will say this about Slime. The only thing that kind of disappointed me was the rage scene. I thought it should have been way darker, and it turned out in the manga it was darker, but the anime style decided not to make it as dark. I would love to get a little more darker side from him, to like see him get more a little bit colder, kind of operate like that. Other than that, I'm looking forward to season 3 and the fight scenes. That's kind of the main part, though. I would love to see Slime maybe get a little bit darker lit. You know, Mr. Slime, be a little bit more on edge and like be a little more violent. Honestly speaking, but yeah. Right now, I agree with the rankings, though. I think these are solid rankings.
Number 7 on the list is Spice and Wolf.
良い月じゃ酒などないかやわっちの名前はホロ良い名前じゃる
Spice and Wolf, I seen this in another thing that he was hyping up, and it was about like this apparently was like a
Remake treatment is
remake.
Spice and Wolf. Now that's something that I didn't see coming. I've always known Spice and Wolf to be a good show that had a modest following even in the modern era, but it never really struck me as an anime that needs a remake. Consider this a pleasant surprise though, as newer fans can get to experience the magic of the economics anime as new episodes come out every week. The focus on trading, economics, and character chemistry gave fans a fruitful and unique experience back then. The dynamic between Holo and Lawrence was something to look out for, and I fully expect this.
An economic anime? What are we talking about, bro? Spice Wolf is a classic. I don't know if you like it though. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pass. I feel like they're dropping it again because of the huge resurgence of isekais. I think I'm gonna be cool on it unless it's like deep chess matches with some darkness to it, darker tone to it. Honestly speaking, but who knows?
New version to maintain a lot of the charms that made the original
Rebecca, let me know where you're from,
for those
too.
in its main demographic.
Viking
While the
as
heavy
well.
emphasis on dialogue and the comparatively mundane may cause people to brush Spice and Wolf as a show that's not easy to get into, I mean, I'd say the opposite. It's something that I can readily recommend to any fan just because it's not something you see every day in the world of anime.
わっちは主と旅がしたい
I gotta disagree with you. You telling me a story between like some weird, a guy and a girl traveling across, looks like a isekai type of world. Just off the setting, I've seen that before. Now story plot wise, like you said, it's an economic thing. It might be a little different, but it's nothing too crazy, bro.
A lot of the charms that made
It's not like that one Power Ranger anime that he was talking about, where I was like, nah, I've never heard of that.
to worry about your search history getting leaked with the sponsors of this video, NordVPN.
let 'em get
is
the dub.
spoiled for choice. If you're interested, click the link YouTube. Back to the video. Mission Yozakura Family is next in line at number 6.
また人参残したら許さないから。はい。よろしい。
Social interaction has been a struggle for Taiyo Asano. It's been this way ever since his family died in a car crash. The good thing for him though is that he's got one more leash, one last crutch to his social life. His childhood friend by the name of Mutsumi Yozakura. Unfortunately, little did he know that Mutsumi actually belongs to the strongest family of spies, and continued interaction with her puts him in the crosshairs of her overprotective brother. Thus, the challenge is made. Taiyo decides to put an end to the charade once and for all and marry Mutsumi, officially becoming a member of the family and throwing himself headfirst into the world of spies. Yozakura does delve a bit harder into the shonen-style superpowers compared to a familiar contemporary that we can draw parallels from, Spy Family. It's pretty engaging the more you ease into knowing the quirky Spy Family and learn more about them and their secrets. If you want something that's quite light-hearted and funny yet action-packed, then this could be something to look out for.
Really, this is that. I would put Reincarnation of a Slime more anticipated than this. And me personally, I would like Windbreaker, but I also don't really like the romance genre. Would y'all agree with this ranking? Those like, I don't like lighthearted stuff. Obviously, I'm older, but I've never been a huge fan of the lighthearted, like funny, not taken serious type of anime. Even though I did enjoy Spy Family, which is a comedic thing, right? Like a shonen being that lighthearted and going that route, it's like, I'm cool. I don't know if I'm checking this out. I'm probably not checking it out. I would have put Reincarnation as a Slime higher. But here we go.
At number 5, we have Konosuba's 3rd season.
Comedic gold. This is what this anime is.
And we finally get back to the main Konosuba series. The Megumin spin-off was nice and enjoyable for me, but I'm not gonna lie, I miss Kazuma and the rest of the gang already, as I feel what makes Konosuba so good is the overall dynamic of our insane band of degenerates. They work so well together, and things don't have the same magic touch without the complete gang together. Well, we don't have to wait too long to see our favourite misfits back as a group. Expect the usual crass humour, exaggerated reactions and non-stop insanity. Mark your calendars, April 2024 is just a couple of months away.
I agree with this being top 3. I have no problems with this. I think this should be top 3. Okay. And I know what Kaiju is. Damn, get your money, brother. Get your money, brother. Get your money, brother. Damn.
Very promising upstart at number 4.
That was number 5.
Kaiju
That was
number
number
8.
5. Yeah, I'm not mad at this one. That was disgusting.
In the war against Kaiju, there are two kinds of people. Those who take to the front lines and engage the enemy, and those who hang back and get relegated to clean up duty when things are done. Unfortunately for our protagonist Kafka, he happens to fall into the latter, a status he's less than proud of and hopes to escape. Things take a turn for him after an encounter with a parasitic Kaiju, and he soon finds himself treading the line between human and Kaiju. With his newfound powers, he decides to finally take charge of his life and give his dream of battling monsters one more try. Kaiju number 8 rose to prominence with its innovative take on the usual monsters versus humans tropes in shonen. Out with the teen heroes and in comes a middle-aged man. There's also the game of cat and mouse with Kafka hiding his true nature from the rest of the allies, a handicap out of necessity that's sure to be an interesting spin and a major talking point moving forward. Kaiju number 8 looks to be a very promising addition to the shonen library, and it's a great chance to kick the season off for any anime fan.
I am... I'm gonna say this about it, like it does look good. Hang on.
Actual monsters versus humans tropes in shonen. Out with the teen heroes and in comes a middle-aged man. There's also the game of cat and mouse with Kafka hiding his true nature from the rest of the allies, a handicap out of necessity that's sure to be an interesting spin and a major talking point moving forward. Kaiju number 8 looks to be a very promising addition.
There it is. I'm gonna be honest, the only thing with this anime I could say is that he just doesn't look cool. And I know everyone's gonna be like, bro, it doesn't matter. Like, his transformation looks fire, but like him as a character doesn't look cool. I don't know if he'll have like a glow up to where it's like, nah, he look visually cool. If you've seen Solo Leveling, like Solo Leveling looks cool. Like, bro, is having this training arc right now, getting like he visually looks like a cool main character. You know what I'm saying? Like looking cool is also a thing, and he just doesn't look cool. That's kind of my only nitpick so far. It looks like a great story, great action. It's gonna be darker. He just doesn't look cool. That's kind of my only thing, honestly, about it. That I think may hinder it a little bit, just because your main character doesn't look cool. And unlike when you start off with a shonen as a kid show, like every other character looking the coolest is whatever. Like it's about him growing and changing to be his transformation of being cool. Like Naruto, obviously Naruto didn't look the coolest, but the moments where he turned into the Demon Fox and he still had his ninjutsu and he had his cool moments like my ninja way and he looked serious. Like he still had his moments where he looked cool. Like visually speaking, he doesn't look cool at all. So I think that might hold. But let's continue.
Addition to the Shonen library, and it's a great chance to kick the season off.
That's number 4. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. I would move Reincarnation as a slime, in my opinion. Because I was 4. 5 was kind of Subo, and I would put Reincarnation as a slime as number 6. That's kind of the only thing I would change.
それなら笑おうぜここから始まるよ余一結局どこまでも
My Hero Academia has officially reached the 7th-season mark, almost a decade of running, and it's already taken us through a whole load of ups and downs and told countless stories of challenges, heartbreak, triumph, and despair. Its longevity, owing to an ever-expanding world arc and a large cast of characters with their own stories to tell, has always amazed me. With the manga having made some headways into its climax, I have to wonder how many more seasons we'll have before that grand finale. Either way, whatever made you love My Hero Academia for the past 6 seasons, you're sure to get more of that with this 7th season. Just as the stakes get higher, things get more intense in anime form, and it would be really fun to see a lot of the key moments shown with motion and sound. Given the series' track record in adaptation, I'm pretty excited for this one.
So me and Flames have talked about this actually a lot with My Hero Academia. Hope the new movie doesn't hold a 7th season. I don't think it will. I think My Hero Academia is in a very... This is going to sound very interesting. I think My Hero Academia, this is season 7. I think season 6 was amazing. I really enjoyed season 6. I believe that's the moment where he fought old boy Todoroki. Not fought Todoroki, the villain. I had me hyped every episode. I think you hope the new movie doesn't hold the 7th season from the animator standpoint. Oh, okay. I think My Hero Academia is in a very, very make or break season right now. Because I talked about this with Flameser. And that My Hero Academia has kind of been lost in the fold of the new generation of anime. Because of Demon Slayer and JJK. Now, if they knock this season out the park, I think they're back at the table. To at least argue for second, right? To at least be on their level and in the mix. Because right now, when people talk about Demon Slayer and JJK, My Hero Academia is almost never mentioned. And I think that's a discredit to them because I really do enjoy My Hero Academia. I think it's a really good anime. And I think if they don't have a 9.5 to 10 out of 10 season, I think they'll forever be in that tier where it's like they were a really, really good. My Hero Academia was a really good anime. You really enjoyed watching. However, they'll never be in those conversations. And I think they need that 10 out of 10 anime to remind people of the good that they've done and that they were the ones to really kick off this new generation anime. Yeah, I think they need a 9.5 to 10 out of 10 anime season. Precious, are you guys going to see episode 1 premiere for the House of Generic? Nah, I'm not going to go watch that. I don't like Demon Slayer really trying to get money by just trying to release stuff in movies by having probably like 80% of it just be recap of the season we just watched. and then just give you one episode. Like I don't really care too much about that. Like I might as well just wait for it to be aired regularly. They did that with the season before actually, and I didn't like that they did that. But yeah, I think My Hero Academia is in a unique situation. I think it's make or break for them, and this will determine what tier they'll be on. Right, if they're going to be with the heavyweights, or is it going to be like that was all. My Hero Academia was always a really really good anime. Because I'm a huge fan of My Hero.
The second place on the list is Mushoku Tensei Season 2 Part 2.
Is I know this is his list. Is Jobless Reincarnation more hyped than My Hero? Popularity wise, I would say no. I'm gonna be honest. I would say no. A lot of people know My Hero. I gotta disagree with this one. But this is his list. But if we're going unbiasedly speaking, I would definitely put My Hero Academia as number 2. 100%. There's no way Jobless Reincarnation hype is that high for this season. After they just trash season that they just got. Oh, season 2 part 2. My fault.
Mushoku Tensei is also coming back after a season that in a way departed from the first season's approach. Overall, the second season was a slower burn, a character study and a more thorough showcase of the world, all while fielded with some excellent art and sound direction.
This nigga, bro, he would do anything to cope without saying something that was bad. Bro, just with a different route, very super slow burn, something totally different, but had excellent art and sound. Bro, it's okay to say it was weak, bro. Like, it's okay to say, in my opinion, season 2, part 1 was weak. We got an entire season about how he has erectile dysfunction. And the fact that you said slower burn with Jobless Reincarnation already isn't the fastest paced show is insane. And they could have knocked a lot of that stuff out in way smaller episodes. It was not a good season. It's okay to say that. And I'm saying that for people in the back. It's okay to say your favorite animes, the ones that you like the most. It's okay to be like, nah, they had a bad season. That was a bad season. That was a bad season. That was a bad season. Let's continue, bro.
And of course, in true Mushoku fashion, you still have the debatably juvenile elements and some controversy, both of which have pretty much defined the series in the general anime sphere. The second season may not have been everyone's cup of tea due to the change in formula though. However, things are about to pick up.
Bro, stop saying just a change in formula, bro. Just say it was bad, bro. I hate when people stop coping for stuff, bro. In your opinion, it was bad. I see that they went a different route because it wasn't done well either. It wasn't done well, bro. It wasn't done well. We didn't care about erectile dysfunction. Taking like 8 to 9 episodes. 2 months. And then 2 months to tell the girl that for the girl to tell him who she was. Like that didn't need to take 2 months. It did not. It's okay to say I see what they was doing. It didn't land. It was not it. It's okay to say that. That's all I'm saying. That's what makes me mad. Like people, we are anime fans. It's okay to say that the anime that we like didn't have a good season, and it didn't have a good season.
Second part. The first part was just to build things up for the second part, where events that have huge consequences for the world's fate will transpire. With how well the series has been adapted so far, I do expect to see the same amount of care done in presenting the story. That's why I can't blame fans of the series for being so excited to see this next part of season 2. To top it all off, at number 1 is Demon Slayer Hashira Training Arc.
I agree. Another anime that had a bad season.
And we're almost at the end
Wait,
game now.
let me say this. Bad season by Demon Slayer standards. The Jobless Reincarnation to me just had a flat out bad season. this had a bad season by their standards for sure.
It felt like just yesterday when Demon Slayer exploded into the scene and pretty much took sole control of everyone's attention in the world of anime. I mean, it had such a strong entrance and carried that momentum into half a decade of success. With the Swordsmith village arc behind us, we now move on to the final parts of the build-up to the climax. Tanjiro requests the most intense training he's ever had, all the while Muzan is also on the move, and with the final showdown on the horizon, the excitement is overwhelming. At this point, we pretty much know what to expect out of a Demon Slayer season. God-tier fight animation, some really insane fight choreography, and a plot that's simple, but that gets the job done. And that brand of excellence is something that people are looking forward to seeing. I'm curious to witness how it will elevate this arc that admittedly works as a transition before the grand finale. It's no surprise that Demon Slayer finds its way to the top of my chart.
So I'm agree with a lot of it. I probably would just put Jobless Reincarnation at 3. I'm putting My Hero Academia at 2. Kaiju at 4 still. 5, I believe, was Konosuba. And 6, I would put. I really think Reincarnation of Slime has a lot of fans, so I would put them at 6. 7, I'm probably putting Windbreaker for me personally, and I don't really care about the spice, but I know it has high regard. Flames' list is My Hero Academia 1, 2 Demon Slayer, 3 Kaiju, 4 Slime, 5 Jobless Reincarnation, 6 Konosuba. Dang, I'm surprised. I didn't know you liked Slime like that. Over Jobless. Yeah, I think I agree. You know, my top 3 100% is Demon Slayer, second My Hero, and biasly wise, my third would probably be. Honestly, I'm very fascinated by that Wind. I feel like Windbreaker could be a hit. Honestly, I think it really could be a hit, but who knows? I'm really fascinated by that Windbreaker, but I would say 3 is Windbreaker. I really am fascinated by it. I'm hyped. In Jobless Reincarnation, like I know I would have to wait to binge watch that one, so it's in my top 4. Kaiju looks alright. But yeah, man, it's your boy Chosen. I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction, enjoyed us talking anime. How did y'all feel? Put down in the comments what your top 3 is, man. It's your boy Chosen, man. Most honest out here, man. Like, subscribe. I'm out.